Hello world, I'm Carp. Welcome to the Shrouded Isle, a game about cult, sin and sacrifice, and just like all games always, it's easier to explain once we start, so let's just start. 495 years ago, our founders saw that humanity would perish except the worthy. Our Lord will return in glory to reward the faithful. Yet there are sinners in our community. As the High Priest, I must select a sinner to sacrifice every season. 5 years until Judgment Day. If we are free from sin, he will save us from this suffering. Okay, so that's the basic setup. So we're the High Priest here in this little town. Here we have 5 major families, and there are 5 years. Each year has 4 seasons. For every season we need to appoint an advisor from each of these families, and then after the season we will sacrifice one of our advisors. The point of the advisors is to keep our stats here. We have ignorance, we have fervor, we have discipline, we have penitence, and we have obedience. And the point is to keep everything above the line we have here. So that's the basic gameplay loop here, but you know, we'll just start playing and you'll see what it's about. First of all, we have a letter here. Sometimes we have letters. Alms for the pure. Wicca Efferson, she is the leader of the Efferson family over here, who is in control of penitence. Argues that priests and penitents shouldn't have to pay for their food, as it's used for Chernobog's glory. Matron Cagney says such a policy would leave her farmers in poverty. And so we have to make a decision. So either we make House Cagney not like this, or House Efferson not like this. Okay, so we can check what are their statuses. So Cagney is satisfied at plus 25. Efferson is also satisfied at plus 25. So I don't really know which one. Like, there's no point. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point, I think. But let's actually have House Efferson be not liking this, because penitence is up, ignorance is down, and we probably want to use ignorance. Okay, so when we go and pick our advisor, we have some increase we can do here. Like you can see, we have 2 increase. Every one of these characters has a vice and a virtue. So we know some of their vices, like this person here, Vasilissa, is undisciplined. Laszlo here is disobedient, as is Milos. So I don't really have any good strategies on how to go about this, but I usually try to figure out what are people's vices first of all. It's gonna cost some reputation with the family, but that's just something I feel like you just have to do. Okay, so Zoe is also disobedient. Now this family is full of disobedient people. About Nikolai, oh, he knows too much. Right, so we probably don't want to put him as the advisor for ignorance, because this what they have as vice, that's when we use them as an advisor, it will go down, whatever their vice is. Now we can also figure out what this actually is. Now we just know that, oh, it pertains to this particular aspect, but if we inquire again we will find out what it actually is. Let's see, obedience is pretty much in a good position, as is discipline, so we'll take someone else. Let's just appoint Laszlo here as the first advisor. And then we'll go to Yosefka family, who are in control of fervor. We'll begin some increase here. Let's inquire about Eden here. He's lacking in fervor. We'll inquire about the Miko, and he knows too much. Okay, so we don't want to put either of these who knows too much over there. We also don't. Well, we might use Eden, because this family is responsible for fervor. If this lacking fervor is because the vices can be minor or major. If this is only a minor vice, this is actually pretty good, because then when we use him as an advisor, the fervor won't go up or down. So we'll just choose him. For the Cadwells, we only have 1 inquiry here. I don't know why we have 2 for some families and 1 for others, but that's just the way it goes. We will inquire about Ludmilla here. She's undisciplined. Let's appoint, you know what, let's appoint her, and we'll figure out more. Okay, House Efferson in control of penitence. We have 2 inquiries here. We'll inquire about these people who we don't know anything about. Find out what they are about. On this these things are randomized for every game, like what are their vices and virtues. Wondering maybe even the amount of people in a house might be also randomized, because I feel like the last time I played the House Efferson wasn't as big as this. Okay, let's appoint an advisor. You are in control of penitents. Do you have any unpenitent people? No. What are we not worried about? We're not worried about obedience, really. So, who's disobedient? You guys are. Let's put Sagan as an advisor, and then the Blackbourne estate who are in control of obedience. We'll inquire here about both of your vices. You are unrepentant, and you know too much. Okay, so we don't want to use you. Yeah, let's just appoint like Vasen here. Like on the first time, I feel like on the first season it's not that important because you're probably not gonna go below any importance. Why did it suddenly go dark? Interesting. Let's just begin the season. Okay, so we have 3 months per season, and for every month we must choose 1 to 3 advisors that we're gonna use. Now we're just gonna use as much as we can here, because after this thing is done, like once the month is done, also as you can see they all go down or up in their you know what, if you guys are already satisfied, who are neutral, let's use the guys that are neutral first. Yeah, and then we begin the month, because we also have like the family reputation, so when we use advisor of the family, that family reputation goes up, and the ones we don't use, they go down. Okay, so we will begin the month. So you burned a book poorly. That's kind of unfortunate. And like, there's 3 things. There's basic stat you do for their family, and then there's what about their virtue, and then there's a thing about their vice. And after that done, we can begin an inquiry here. So we're gonna use some more reputation with their family to find out what they are really all about. Hey, he's a klepto. Okay, so that's a major vice, so we're probably gonna burn him or sacrifice him, because you want to sacrifice the people who have major vices first, because they don't get as angry, the houses don't get as angry when you sacrifice people with major vices. And Ludmilla is confiscating goods, rumored to be obedient, and arrives late to every advisor meeting, mumbling an apology. Well, let's find out why. Oh, she's slovenly, but she's also lawful. Okay, next result. Sagan is flagellating some sinners, and he is a convict. Okay, and he's cynical. Everyone's been a bit bad, and here we can see our reputations with the families. So this is those results. Go to next month, and let's ask about these guys now. And does anything, well, we probably want to use Laszlo just to get the ignorance going up a bit. I mean, this will take our obedience down though, but yeah, let's get a safety net here for some ignorance, or a little bit of safety here. And we don't need to do any more increase about Laszlo because we know everything about him. Ooh, that went down really quite a lot actually. Yeah, okay, it's because he's got the -30. Yeah. So Eden here is now building monuments, and let's figure out what he is all about. He is childlike and morbid. Oh, well, we could sacrifice him as well. Just like I said, you want to sacrifice someone who's got -30 vice. And Vatson is investigating heresy, and he is superstitious and stubborn. Okay, so there's at least one that's only got -10 in their abilities. Okay, finish the results, and let's think about it. So we're gonna sacrifice either Eden or Laszlo. I think because one of the things we get, because when we sacrifice them, we also get more stuff to these or less stuff to this, depending on what they have. So if we sacrifice Laszlo, we will get more obedience and less fervor. If we sacrifice Eden, we get less ignorance and more fervor. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna sacrifice Laszlo at the end of this season. And we're gonna use who you guys are neutral. That takes obedience down. What if we use you as well? Yeah, and the more you use people, the less effect they have. As you can see now, if we just use Vasen here, he'd get +10, +15 and -10. But if we add Sagan here, it gets halved, and then if we add Ludmilla here, it gets... Does it go to 1/3? Let's see, you get 15 there. Yeah, it goes to 1/3. Right, but I think the negative effects actually are... Well, no, that's basically 1/3 as well. A little bit less, actually. Yeah, but yeah, we'll use these guys for this month. Begin the month, and we don't need to do any inquiries here right now. And the next result... Of course, there's a lot of text here that you could read if you feel like reading all this text, but that, of course, I'm not going to be reading all of that because that would take way too long for how small of a game this basically is, and it's not really that interesting. Okay, now what I probably really should have thought about is who are we actually going to sacrifice, and then thought about that family. The season's end draws near. A sacrifice must be made to protect our village. The gathering convenes. Who will be the sacrifice of this season? I think it's gonna be Eden. Or Eden. The villagers will be disturbed by Eden's death and lose ignorance. Yeah, they'll lose a bit of ignorance. The villagers will be inspired to greater fervor through the purging of the sinner. House Yusefka will grudgingly submit to my decision. Now, they will still get quite a lot of negative from that, but it's not. It's like if you were to sacrifice someone else, like if you spare him and let's say sacrifice Vasin, House Blackburn will be outraged since Vasin's transgressions are forgivable. Yeah, so they would go down more. So we'll just sacrifice Eden here. And sacrifice done. Then we get a nice little animation here. And Eden is sacrificed, and nice blood spurt going on there. We sacrifice the life of Eden in the name of Chernobog and the good of our people. Our condolences to House Yusefka. House Yusefka solemnly mourns Eden. So House Yusefka approval -30, other houses approval +5, and then we get fervor +15 and ignorance -5. Except the night before the new season, a whisper caresses your dreams. My faithful servant, I await your devotion. Encourage discipline, denial of worldly pleasures. The cowardly one, give him to me. Okay, so now we have like... oh, first of all, because discipline needs to be encouraged, so discipline suddenly jumps up to here. We need to keep it here. This was a message from our god, and we're Chernobog. And now we need to find the cowardly one, so our next sacrifice should be a cowardly one. And it said, give him to me. So that's a little bit of a hint. We know that it's a male person, so it'll be easier to find him like that. But we also have a letter here. A foul flourishing. Vicar Epperson sniffs, complaining that with the snow melted, the village rots. Some manner of filth creeps, making the people stink. So we could bathe the disgusting wretches, encourage penitence. We could order every house to undertake thorough spring cleaning, encourage discipline. Or we could research purification rites with the vicar. Epperson are neutral, so we don't really kill. Let's encourage discipline because we want discipline to go up. During the village spring cleaning, it's discovered Ludmilla Cadwell was housing cheese molds. The village smells much better now. Okay, so we need to find a cowardly male. Now I wonder, where would cowardly be? Under what stat? Because if we had an idea about that, we could find him more easily. Ha 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 ha. I feel like coward. If he's cowardly, it must be about fervor. I feel like fervor would be the thing. No one here has fervor as their sin. We don't know about you, so let's ask about Valen. Unrepentant. Okay, Cadwell, you are lacking fervor. Let's inquire about your vice. No, you're gentle. But that kind of feels like it's in the same direction as cowardly. But you know, let's just put our point the advisors here while we go as well. So we could add Laszlo here now, because he's someone we could sacrifice for sure. And we don't really need to maybe use ignorance right now. So we'll have Laszlo as a possible sacrifice. Is there an eye in his beard? Or no, that's his mouth. Okay, and from this house, we will appoint... You're in control of further. You we already sacrificed. We don't want to use the people who have ignorance or discipline vices. So I don't know. Let's take Danica here from Cadwell. Okay, do any of you have something that we could discipline up? Because you're the ones we need to use for sure, just to keep discipline up. Well, we don't want to use Ludmilla because she has discipline down. Should actually be a pretty good sacrifice at some point. Let's take Miri because she has ignorance virtue from House Efferson. Let's do an inquiry here. Where would cowardly be? Let's see. Maybe it would be a discipline. No, that's a gluttonous there. You're in control of penitence. Let's add no, Yvonne. Let's find a little bit about Yvonne. And at the Blackbourne estate, we'll inquire about your vice. You are gluttonous, and we will inquire about your vice. You are narcissist. So no cowards here. We don't want to use Piotr. We do not want to use Nadege. You would actually be pretty good option there, Vasin, but we know about you already, so let's let's put Casimira here and try to find out a bit more about him. Okay, and next, start the season. Right, so we're gonna have to use you to get discipline up for sure, and then we'll just want to find out more about you other guys. And since we have 3 seasons, we don't need to get over the line on the first, or 3 months in a season. We don't need to get over the line in the first month, so we'll just do this and inquire about you. Like, I'm not sure if this is like, ooh, a liar. Well, we could sacrifice her as well. And what will we find out about you? You are practical there, Miri, and a pervert. Ooh, we're finding a good amount of the major vices though. Ooh, a masochist. That's nice. A lazy masochist, but no coward. Yeah, so we're not we didn't find a coward yet. I don't think we need to sacrifice. Like, there's probably something good happens if you sacrifice what the god wants every season, but I don't think there's anything bad happens even if we don't manage to do that. Okay, let's find about Casimira and Danica some more. And ooh, do we though? Yeah, she's a liar. We don't really need to care about her virtue when we know that she is a liar. Your virtue we might want to find out about, but wait, why is discipline going? Ah, crap! That's a pervert right there. Well, we're gonna sacrifice her actually, just to get the discipline go up when we sacrifice. Let's just make sure that we don't get discipline going down. So let's just use... no, we can't use you because that will put penitence down as well. Yeah, we'll just use Casimira for this month. And inquire about his virtue. He's haunted. Okay. Next result. Yeah, they like it quite a lot when they're the only family used for a thing. But basically, who are we gonna use next? If we use this guy, the penitence will go down. If we use... well... yeah, we gotta use Ivan, it seems. Oh, that also will bring our discipline up over the line, so we don't maybe have to sacrifice Miri. I think I'd rather sacrifice Miri because she's in the discipline house and she's got a major vice that is against discipline, so I think we're gonna sacrifice her. We'll use Ivan here. And oh crap! Poor. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, because there is some sort of role going on here, so it may be a good result or a bad result. And apparently we got a bad result this time. But hey, it doesn't matter if it's below the line for 1 month. We have another month time to fix it. And here again is the season's end, and a sacrifice must be made. So the question is, shall we sacrifice Miri or shall we sacrifice Laszlo? And I think the answer is we will sacrifice Miri. And House Cadwell will grudgingly submit to my decision. Yeah, we're gonna lose some ignorance, but that's fine. And the fact that penitence is down it's a bit of a problem, but it's not gonna be the end yet. And then we get the nice animation again, and we can also always just skip it. We sacrifice the life of Miri in the name of Chernobog and the good of our people. Our condolences to House Cadwell. So, House Cadwell solemnly mourns Miri. Their approval goes down, and other houses' approval goes up. And we lose some ignorance, but we gain some discipline. Okay, and a new season begins. There are fewer and fewer confessions made. I must encourage penitence by the end of this season. Alright, then now we get contagions as well. Spiritual contagions are spreading among the villagers, causing them to behave abnormally. I have decided to unseal the old tower to confine and purify the affected. So we're gonna have some people who are acting strangely here occasionally. I still don't know which is cowardly. Is it obedience? Is it discipline? We'll just try to figure it out. Oh, you're an embezzler. Well, we could get rid of you. Gotta appoint someone though here as well. Let's appoint one of the guys we don't really know about yet. Try to figure out if they are the cowardly one. At the Sefka estate. Oh, there's someone who's acting strangely. We can confine them to the vault, which we're gonna do. And then we're gonna inquire about Carol's vice, undisciplined. Ooh. If I just had, had I played this game a bit more, I would know which virtue or vice, or I wonder what you're gonna call these things, which aspect does cowardly fall under. But I do not know. Let's just put Carol there. We'll figure out stuff about Carol. Cadwell Estate. Oh, there's someone who's acting strangely. We'll confine them as well. Let's begin an inquiry over here for Hana. Knows too much. Okay, we will appoint her, him, her. Not really sure. And the Efferson Estate. Okay, knows too much, knows too disobedient, undisciplined. Let's find, maybe undisciplined would be cowardly. No, flirt, disobedient, teen. That's not bad. Do you, any of you have, yeah, plus to penitence? So maybe we'll, no, because we want to find out more about people. So let's appoint Nadia, because she has a very small negative. Well, so does Casimir, but that's for discipline. We're probably going to keep discipline up though, so yeah, let's actually change it to Casimir. Obedience is closer to the line than discipline. And at the Blackbourne Estate, well, we know pretty much all about you guys already, so let's ask about your vice. You are imaginative, and let's ask about Gigi's virtue, obedient. Ignorance is pretty high, so we can probably use Piotr here. And then we'll head to the tower, where we have a couple of people in here, and we are going to examine these people, find out what's wrong with them. And after we've done that, we can then... Oh, who are we gonna sacrifice, by the way? That's something you should always try to figure out. So, Milosh we cannot sacrifice. Yosefka we cannot really sacrifice. Or did I just put people that aren't good for sacrifice here? Yeah. Okay, so we need to put someone to be sacrificed from some house, and usually you want it to be someone who has... Okay, that's a liar. There's someone who has minus 30. Okay, so we have a klepto here and an embezzler here. So let's just change the advisor here and we'll sacrifice Laszlo. Okay, begin the season. And well, we're not gonna use Laszlo, I think, at all. So we just want to make sure that... Ooh, that actually means that we probably don't want to use these guys because they will take our ignorance down. Well, let's figure it out. Ooh, oh, right, we need to use penitence for sure. Okay, let's use you first. Just you. Or can we get... That would still be... Well, let's use all three of these guys. And then we'll figure out what's gonna happen next. We'll do some inquiries. He's a crony. And a flirt. that. Might take discipline down a bit. And Hana here is accusatory and a linguist. Did you know amen used to mean truth? Did it? I thought it means like for real or for sure. I mean what I say. Well, basically you can. Maybe you can make that what I say is truth from that, or something like that. Okay, we'll begin inquiry from here. You're a pyromaniac. That's nice. Okay, ooh, House Cadwell is rebellious. Right, because we just sacrificed someone from them. Oh, they're not rebellious anymore. Good. Wait, why were they rebellious? Were they rebellious to start with? Oh, and now we get kind of event here. Eye for an eye. Lord Cadwell complains that his cousin was wrongly arrested and punished. He demands that Inquisitor Blackburn violate one of his own family as apology. Yes, the Inquisitor must atone for this mistake. Nobody is free of sin. Your cousin deserves his fate. We shall improve guard policies to prevent future mistakes. House Cadwell we not like this. Minus 55. Blackburn. Well, Blackburn are satisfied, so yeah, let's do this, because this will probably take House Cadwell up as well, while it doesn't say that here. Oh, penitence went up. Well, that's fine as well. Inquisitor Blackburn leaves grotesque scars on his cousin's face as you order and curses your name. Right. On. So, next month. Okay, all of our stats are on the positive here, so let's find out about Piotr. Oh, that will take ignorance down. And these guys would be rebellious. Ooh. Okay, this is bad, because we're gonna have to use Hana here, just to keep these guys not being rebellious. If we burn books... Okay, this will work. This will work. Can we take Carol as well? Will that work? Because then we could get all these guys' opinion go up a bit. Yeah, this works good. Okay, so we'll begin the month here. We don't need to do any inquiries here. Laszlo rolls through the night in a fit of temper, and that's good for our... Oh man, found one old world book to burn. One old world book to burn in a ritual fire. That's bad. We don't want. Book burning is a bad thing to do. We shouldn't do that. Okay, Carol gives us some. Oh, discipline went down a bit there. Well, I mean, we probably knew that was gonna happen. Ignorance goes down. Right. Wait, were we supposed to do some increase on someone? I do not remember. Also, we probably. Oh, did we need to use House Kegany? Because we're gonna sacrifice for House Kegany. Your Excellency, I must ask that you resign and allow Mikko Yosefka to take your place. Clearly, Mikko speaks with the ringing silver trumpet that is Lord Chernobog's truth and justice. I look forward to your quick and hearty support. A concerned citizen. Try to identify the sender, punish Mikko, make a public example of Mikko. Let's try to identify the sender. Yes. Oh, House Kegany approval plus 10. Right, well, we're gonna sacrifice someone from them, so maybe it's good that we got some of that. Okay. So if we use Piotr, because that's what we were supposed to do, use Piotr, and we use Laszlo, then we can figure out at least part of Piotr's virtue. Like, what is it about? Oh, he's a singer. Wait, did we know that that wasn't that just a question mark? Totally. Oh, interesting. Okay, so House leader reactions, they like us quite a lot. These guys don't like us at all, really. That's fine, and a sacrifice must be made again. And we will, of course, sacrifice Laszlo here. Yep. Actually, what does it affect? Obedience will go up, fervor will go down. That's fine, we will sacrifice him. And, once again, nice animation. Blood flowing, all the good stuff. Okay, human sacrifice, really weird thing. Okay, now this is, I think, believe the last season for this year. So we're still gonna play this season in this episode, and then we're gonna Liar. Would really like to really sacrifice her, maybe. Actually, yeah. Before we do anything, we will purify this one. And there's a little animation here. We're gonna figure out if we can find someone else to sacrifice. If we can't, we will put Danica as our sacrifice. Begin inquiry. Milos, what is it? You are 18. Well, that's I mean, that's weird that it is a vice. We'll appoint. Yeah, well, we could. Well, no, Kegney. Didn't we just sacrifice someone from House Kegney? Yeah, I think we did. We don't want to sacrifice from the same house twice in a row, usually. Knows too much, probably not a coward, so maybe Unrepentant is a coward. That's just a weasel. Let's put Katarina, find out if he is a coward. And all of our stats are pretty good, so we don't really need to care about them so much. Okay, we don't know anything about your vices. Unrepentant. Maybe we'll use Preben here, find out what his vices are. Okay, maybe lacking further would it be? No, that's just lazy. Okay, none of. Where is the cowardly one? Seriously, could cowardly be about ignorance? I don't really think so. Okay, we'll put Nadia, because Nadia has a very small vice. Or we could put Casimir, because Casimir has good virtue and a small vice. Or we could put someone to find more about them. But our ignorance is pretty low. I don't think we want to put either of these knows too much guys there right now, because they could have like a -30 ignorance vice, and that would be bad. So if we put Casimir in there, and at the Blackbourne estate, well, we will confine. Well, we confine you? No, because we have 2 inquiries here, so we can actually inquire about why are you acting strangely. Oh, you are melancholic, and then we'll inquire about your virtue as well. You are unquestioning, and now we will confine you. And yeah, we'll probably appoint a Nadege here. And do I have anyone to sacrifice? I think I didn't have anyone to sacrifice here now, so we might want to sacrifice the liar there. What do we have here as Katrina? Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do right now. We haven't really figured out a single person that our god wanted us to sacrifice, which I feel is kind of bad. You we will purify, and you we will just release. Oh, House Sefka is dissatisfied. That's kind of bad if we're gonna sacrifice from them and they're already dissatisfied, but it's fine, it's fine. Everything is fine. I mean, if they're rebellious, then we'll just use their persons next time a bit more. Okay, we'll use you guys first. Find out about your stuff a bit. Oh, you're acting strange. Wait, why do we know you're... Bloody hell. Let's inquire about your vice. Oh, you're rebellious. And megalomaniac. Okay, so we're not gonna be using you anymore. What about Preben? You are a convict and coward. Oh, there's a cowardly one. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so, finish results. Oh! How in the... Right. So we don't want to use you, we don't want to use you. Ooh. Yeah, we're just gonna use you 2 guys. That's gonna put our discipline down a bit. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Because we really don't want to use those other guys, because they have way too many negatives there. And... oh crap, Lord. Unless we use this person here. Okay, so let's see, if we use... yeah, because they're gonna be rebellious, so... but we're also gonna sacrifice their guys, so even if they are rebellious right now, it's fine. Because we're gonna have to work on their opinion next month anyways, because we're gonna sacrifice these guys. So if they go a little bit down here, like they're gonna be rebellious anyways. Like, we cannot affect that, because they're gonna go down -30 once we sacrifice this guy. So them being even a bit more down, it's not a bad thing. Okay, and okay, can I still see what... oh, yeah, they're rebellious, but that's fine. Yeah, because... okay, now the sacrifice. Because I think these are the things... if you remember that what type of vice all these things are. That's what will make you a better player in this game. So cowardly is actually about fervor. Okay, but we're gonna sacrifice Preb and Cadwell here, and they will grudgingly submit. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Lose penitence, but doesn't go below the line, I think. So yeah, we'll sacrifice you. And that was the last sacrifice for this season. And since we sacrificed the person that our god wanted, they come to whisper us again in our dreams. My most beloved, you struggle so pleasingly. Encourage ignorance, purity of mind and soul. The rebellious one, give her to me. Okay, but we already do know who the rebellious... Ooh, this looks bad, seriously. Has Catfall are defying my authority. I must appease them this season or risk revolt. Also, penitence is down and ignorance is down. So we got a lot of stuff to do. But we're gonna do that in the next episode and end this one here. I'm on Carp. This has been the Shrouded Isle. Bye world. Thanks for watching. See you next time.